What you're looking at is probably the number one cause of residential house fires globally, and that is the stab-in power connection, where electricians just strip off the insulated jacket and stab into the back of the device and not use the terminal screws. And what you're looking at is something I installed 26 years ago. And I thought I had found every one. I went back to every one I ever installed and replaced it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I found this is because my TV wouldn't go on in my bedroom. And I'm going, what's going on? The power's on. And I found one of these stab-ins, and look how that smoldered there. Now, I do put space heaters here. I put a lot of load through the bedroom, and I thought I got rid of all these. I'm the original installer. I put those in 2000, and now we're going to put in a new one. We're going to replace it. These are by Leviton. And what we're going to do is we're going to prep our wires. Now, since these were burned, I'll know if I need to cut more back due to the fact that it'll be difficult for me to strip, right? If a wire is so overheated and it becomes difficult to strip, that's when you need to cut it back. So I'm going to make my little shepherd's hook, push it out of the way. I'm going to do the same thing here. Now this looks even more discolored, but let's give it a chance because I don't want to cut. I mean, this wire has already been here for 26 years. So if I cut it here and say extended it with a wire nut, that means the next 26 years I have a splice here. So let's try to keep as much wire as we can. And you can see, guys, how I tell you to leave wire out. So I was able to still remove this and cut it. So you can see how far out I keep my receptacles, the wiring. So let's go and see if this is easy to strip. We're going to go to the 14 gauge. I'm going to see. Now I can feel that's more difficult to strip. So that means I want to cut some of this back. See what I was talking about? So let's cut a little bit back. Define until we get to the location where we can easily strip it back, and we still cannot. So let me go shorter. Okay, it's getting better. Okay, so right about there, it felt pretty good. So I'm pretty confident in keeping it here. I mean, the copper looks good. Got my shepherd's hook. Push them out of the way. And now we got to look at my neutrals. Now my neutrals look really burned here. It seems the neutral carrying this neutral current with space heater or whatever, the TV. There's quite a bit of load on this 15 amp circuit. Let's see how we are with stripping this. Let's start off. No, so that's very difficult. So I'm going to cut that off. Now, again, certainly I can just go back here and cut it and splice it, but I want to, this is my house. I want this building wire to last. I want it to be safe, but I don't want to just cut it arbitrarily so close. Give it a chance. But I think, yeah, see, like right there, that's good. Right there is good. So now, if I would have just cut this off, I would have been dealing with here, but now I'm looking good, right? Okay, I like to get a little bit more. And then on my shepherd's hook. Now, when I make my shepherd's hook, I always put my finger on this side of the hole so I don't go too far. I don't want the conductor going in too far. And then I can make my shepherd's hook. Now, this is a neutral. Let's keep the neutral separated. They're two hots. And here's another neutral. This one doesn't feel as bad as that one, so let's cut off some. I think we're going to be good right from the get-go here. I think the way this feels, yeah, that felt a little better. I can tell by just squeezing that insulation if it has any brittleness to it, then I know it's no good. I'm going to cut it off. But if it's pliable like that, I think we're pretty good right there. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to do, again, put my finger here, make my shepherd's hook, keep my neutrals, and pass them out of the way. Now, here's my ground. Now, my ground, if you notice, I'm already the device back in, right? So on my ground, I like to preform that accordion effect, right? So I don't need to straighten the ground all the way out. So what I'll do is I'll just prep it. And again, I will make a shepherd's hook. And I'm going to close it up, right? I've got a mechanical connection there now. I could drop this and it wouldn't fall. So I make a mechanical connection. Now, we want to continue installing this the way the device goes in. I don't want to have it flipped upside down. I want it so that when I'm done working on it, the wires lay straight. I can make a zip accordion and push these right back in. So that's what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to take the upper wire. There really is no upper or lower, but this happened to be laying more on the upper side. And now I'm going to just orient the shepherd's hook so that it goes with the screw. Okay. Goes with the screw. And as I tighten, I'm going to draw that hook into the screw. It's going to draw itself in. Okay. Just like that. Now, I'm going to do, of course, I'm on the silver side because this is polarity sensitive, right? Even though it's AC. And if you notice, the neutral is on the deeper side of the plug, right? You've got the 2-plug, 3-plug, ground, hot, and neutral. The neutral is always the bigger one. The neutral is more important than the phase. Okay, so now, since I know I have to turn this, I'm just going to take the wire, grab it, and give it a turn. So now it's oriented the right way. Now, I can't close it up with that foot, so I'm going to use my strippers. And what I'm doing is I'm just making a mechanical connection. The mechanical connection, then we're going to tighten it. And orient that hook already to the right position so that I can put this around, make a mechanical connection, and tighten the screw. Now I'm going to test. I'm going to stop, turn off, turn on the power, because I want to determine which is my hot and which is my line, my load. So I got my little handy dandy. I'm going to go on to the ground. And this is the load. This is the line. Because now what I like to do is, with the power off, I like to make my accordion fold. I'll follow what I did with the ground, and I'm going to make my accordion fold, right? That's my accordion fold. So that way, when I'm finished terminating, I can easily push this back into the box.